Hey, good morning, everybody. John Panic with the Mojave Valley Daily News. This is your daily dose for Monday, February 22nd. The Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mojave, Arizona. Don't wait weeks for an appointment at a local hospital. Tri-State Radiology Center offers you same-day or next-day appointments, and they are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Tri-State Radiology accepts most insurances. So for all your radiology needs, please call Tri-State Radiology Center, where your image means the world to us. All right. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Back to Monday. We got to come up with something for Mondays, Jeff.
I know.
Everything that I can think of that starts with an M to describe a Monday is not pleasant. So
maybe we can get some chat help.
Yeah, maybe give us an idea in our comments here what you think we should call Mondays. All right, our top story, vaccination expansion hampered by short supply. We talked a little bit about this late last week. I got some news late Friday afternoon that there was a large group down at D-Flat who was supposed to get their second vaccines on Sunday, about 500 people. So there was a big group of people working down at D-Flat Pharmacy, calling all 500 and letting them know that they're going to have to reschedule it. The story here is about, of course, the weather in our nation's midsection that kind of hampered the delivery of the Moderna. For some reason, the Pfizer ones got all okay, but the Moderna vaccines were not. They're hoping that they get them either tomorrow or Wednesday, and that the people that were scheduled to have it this past weekend are able to get it this next weekend. So Mojave's County's been receiving about 3,000 doses a week. Obviously, this weekend they did not. So they're hoping that they will be able to get caught up. They're not going to bump everything. What they're hoping to is just make up the time line for the ones that they missed. So we have a related story on the Biden team. President Biden had been shooting for 100 million vaccine shots in 100 days, the first 100 days of his presidency. So far, they've already done 45 million since January 20th, so in about a month. So they're way ahead of pace. They're actually expecting 145 million doses in the next 5.5 weeks, with an additional 200 million by the end of May and another 200 million by the end of July. So if that happens, there will be roughly 600 million doses by the end of July. I would hope that by the end of July, maybe my number is up and I'm ready to actually get a vaccine. I'm 600 million and one. So I know that they've been concentrating on 1A and 1B. That's the 65 and over, healthcare workers, police, all that. So a lot of people in the community have received both of their vaccines. We hope that continues to climb. They believe right now that nationwide about 13% of the population has received both vaccines. They believe that they need to get to 80% of the population in order to get to their herd immunity. So I don't know if 80% of the country is really interested in getting vaccines. Most places I've seen has been somewhere between 50 and 75% of the people believe that they're going to get it. So, all right, in crime news, we had a man charged in connection with a Walmart disturbance. I think Jeff's got his headshot. There he is. That is Andrew Antonio Arthur Rodriguez Jr., 33, from Topak. Last Sunday evening, this is at the Fort Mojave Walmart, loss prevention staff members saw him switching price tags on merchandise. And when they went to stop him, he pulled a knife from his pocket, pointed at him. A second member tried to stop him in the parking lot. He wheeled on him and swung the knife at him, and made contact with the staff member's arm, so he got a minor injury there. But they took off, and I don't know if it was PD or if it was the sheriff's department later went to the house of the woman that was with him and found him and arrested him. So he's been charged with aggravated assault, disorderly conduct, and theft-related charges. So good job, Mojave County Sheriffs. We had a fire in Fort Mojave over the weekend. Jeff's got some video of that as well. Friday afternoon, a home sustained heavy damage on the 2600 block of Phillips Circle in Fort Mojave. No cause was determined and no injuries reported. That was late Friday afternoon, so we haven't really heard anything new. I think you can see them dumping a bunch of water onto the roof there. You see off of the ladder. It's got to be nice and warm up there at the top of that ladder, all the heat coming off. But we had several units respond to that in Fort Mojave. I think Jeff had said at the time you had people from Mojave Valley, Fort Mojave, and then you had an engine and a medic from Bullhead City as well.
A couple engines, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they were interested in making sure that those things get handled out there. We also, over the weekend, had so congratulations to all the fire departments that worked on keeping that thing knocked down. We also had a story on a man with dementia. A man with dementia was reported missing just after noon yesterday, on Sunday, from his home on Pegasus Ranch Road off McCormick. You see him there, the gray-haired man there, and his son is there with him as well. He was missing. He had gone missing. He had dementia. Thankfully, the Bullhead City PD and a lot of community members as well went out looking for him, and they located him within about an hour. So he's back home and safe. So we had a shout out to our sheriff's department, our fire department, and now the Bullhead City PD. We got some great first responders. Dog days of school year. You see the K-9 officers conduct training, present assemblies at River Valley High School. Down at River Valley High School, we had from the Sheriff's Department, Sergeants Kelly McCool and John Wilson, and Deputies Kevin Gunno and Sean McLeary, along with their partners, Chase, Doc, Bruno, and Grimm. The Mojave County Sheriff's Department talked a little bit about the K-9 units and what their jobs are. They also talked a little bit about Proposition 207, which was the legalized marijuana proposition that was passed. The K-9 officers talked quite a bit about how the Proposition 207 may have passed, but it's still not legal on school grounds and those kinds of things, on school campuses and in school activities for both students and adults. So they talked quite a bit about that. They also went over to the Crushed Academy and showed them what's going on over there. So good job. In sports, Mojave accelerated, moved to 14-0 on Friday with a big win, 60-15 over the Fredonia Lynx. So that moved them to 14-0. They milk sat most of their starters. Jackson Honiger, we're always talking about Aiden Honiger. Jackson Honiger had 16 points and 9 assists for the Patriots, who got a lot of heavy contributions from the bench, mostly from the bench. However, that was on Friday. They turned around Saturday and played a home non-conference game. They went to Cicero Prep Academy in Scottsdale and played Cicero Prep and suffered their first loss of the year. They fall to 14-1. Cicero moves to 8-4. Aiden Honiger had 25 points. Lucas Leslie had 16 points. And Josh Neal continues to lead the state in rebounds. He had 13 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists. So Kingman now will play at Malk will now play at Kingman Academy today. They beat them mid-July, around July 19th or so. They beat them 70-65. So hopefully they get back on the winning side. The good thing about the game against Cicero, even though they lost, it was a non-conference game, so it doesn't really affect them in their conference, which they're doing really well. And then we have Mojave Wrestling. They beat Parker 6-4. 4 of those matches were forfeits due to not having anybody at that weight. So Mojave won at 113, 120, 145, and 285 because they had wrestlers and Parker did not. So Parker had to forfeit those. Parker got one of their wins at 195 where they had a 195-pounder. and Mojave did not. The two who actually wrestled and won were Brandon Clark and Damon Puryear. Mr. Puryear is having a great year, so good for him. The boys now will not wrestle again in a meet until state, which is slated to start at March 12th in Chino Valley, and the Lady T-Birds are preparing for their tournament, which starts March 4th at Mesquite. So a lot of good things going on there. Weather-wise, I got beat up all weekend because I told everybody last week that there was not going to be any wind over the weekend, and it just windy.
That's what happens when you say the W.
Yeah, you know what? I just report the news. I don't make the news. So I am not a licensed meteorologist. So anyway, today it is still going to be windy. However, it's supposed to be. That's my disclaimer.
Careful.
It's supposed to be the last day. After this, the rest of the week is supposed to be a little breezy, but no high winds. It's supposed to be in the mid to upper 70s all week. So we're hoping that we got past that W and can enjoy our beautiful weather. All you got to do is whenever you start feeling bad about the wind and how nasty it is, just go back and pull up some video of what Texas is going through and what Arkansas and the Midwest and the upper East Coast, all those people are going through, and we can deal with a little bit of wind. You know, it's blowing our leaves around. That's all it's doing. So, all right, I hope everyone has a great Monday. Remember, the Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. The Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide-open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. Thank you for joining us. We got any comments or anything, Jeff, that we need to address?
We had a couple of people say some recommendations for Monday. Maniac Monday. We got Makeup Monday. I don't know.
Makeup Monday. Are you saying I need makeup? We got to cover this spot up here, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what they meant. Anyhow,
that's
right. It though.
Just a reminder, we are going to be doing our live video, our live Q&A Wednesday at 4 o'clock again. I am going to meet here in a couple hours with Toby and get some updated information on some of our economic development. So we'll have some information for you. He was pretty excited about some of the things that are coming into town that we're not really have really a lot of information on yet. So we'll have that for you Wednesday. Gather up any questions that you have from the next few days, and hopefully you'll tune in Wednesday at 4 o'clock for our Q&A live.
Got one more question. How about the local BMX athletes? We do cover them.
We do cover them quite a bit. In fact, on Friday morning, we had a story of one of the kids that had done really, really well lately. And I was talking to our general manager. His son is a BMX guy, Crash. And believe it or not, that's his real name. That's not a nickname. Crash is his real name, Crash Schaefer. And I'm sure that's a good nickname for a BMX rider. But anyway, they had said that they have like 10 days off a year. Right after Christmas and through the new year, they have 10 days off. Outside of that, the BMX season starts up again and goes all the way for another 355 days. So it's a pretty extensive schedule for those kids.
So Jeremy in the chat said state results in Phoenix area. If you want to get those, I'm sure they're available online. You can check that out.
For BMX?
We don't cover any BMX in the Phoenix area, but when they do race out here, we will post results.
Right, and we do, if some of our local people did well at Phoenix, we do that as well. I know
Sure.
that we covered a national one that Jordan Miranda had won. Crash had won a national one as well recently. We got some good ones in town, and thank God for Turnell Henry over there doing good work. So
Another one, not you, John, the weekend. Makeup Monday. Not you. The
weekend.
Yeah.
Makeup for the weekend. You know what? That's a good idea. We'll cover all the stories from Sunday and Monday. So, all right. I do need makeup, but yeah, well, go over to Glam RN and get rid of some of these things. So
It gives you character. Come on.
Yeah. Distinguished, right? All right, everyone. Thanks. We hope to see you here tomorrow morning for Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Thanks, Jeff.
See you guys tomorrow.